I just got word. Wait a minute, they just gave me a word on something. Yeah, have you found the problem? Hopefully this microphone has been working. They found the problem in the technical room, and they're going to get down here and get this show on the way. All right, they want me to start over again. One more time, we welcome you to Quincy's Wrestling Challenge. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties we've been having. One more time, we welcome back Hall for the medical issues. Whatever he had for a problem, he's now home recovering. I'm talking to him, so you're live. You're on the air. So now we've been having medical technical difficulties, but hopefully they're fixed, and we're going to get the show on the way quickly to make up for our lost time. What do you want me to talk about again? Okay, one more time. Welcome back, Hall. Whatever happened to him or whatever hospital he's been at, I think he's home now, recovering from his medical issues. And all the rest of the wrestlers, we hope you're enjoying this, despite the fact we've been having technical difficulties. We hope you're enjoying this. Are we ready to show our wrestling moves yet? They say these kind of come down. Well, I hope so. But anyway, getting back to this now, as we apologize for our technical difficulties. They just want me to keep informing you about the show that's coming up. However, I guess we got that St. Patrick's Day that's coming up. So we'll wear some green. Whatever that comes along, we'll just get through that. And then we get, like I said, we have Easter coming up. So we'll get through the holidays, Easter. And then all the bikers will be back on the road. And we'll all get back to what we're doing, namely this. So they tell me they've been correcting a problem, whatever the problem is with this technical difficulties. I hope it's fixed. Like I told them, they have to follow all medical instructions when he's back home. Again, I don't know what his medical issue was, but whatever it is, it's been taken care of. But any patient that goes to the hospital, they have to follow all instructions in order to recover. So anyway, well, they're still working on it. We apologize for this. Again, all right, they just told me hopefully there's a big night at Wrestling Challenge coming up here. They'll make up for all our lost time here. I hope so, because this isn't going too good right now because of our Well, what seems to be the problem? All right, I guess they're fixing a microphone. All right, as they fix the microphone, like they told me that they get some good wrestling moves coming up. I just hope we have time to show them tonight. If not, they'll show you maybe some of the moves anyway. Anyway, I guess this has been a show about wrestling. A look back on the 70s. Well, a look back on wrestling of the 70s on this particular show. It shows a lot of good things. And I guess we'll be looking at some of the wrestling moves as time goes on. But right now, they seem to like the moves of wrestling of the 70s. So that's what they'll look at. I guess what I've been looking at is what they have set up in future plans is cage wrestling. We can get more into that as time goes on. I've studied a little bit about cage wrestling. Well, that's in a class by itself. A whole bunch of angry wrestlers get inside the cage, and they do a lot of good moves on that. The thing about cage wrestling is you can only hope that they all come out of there alive. Most of them do. But depending on how angry the wrestlers get, maybe they won't be too hard on each other. But again, it all depends on what kind of a move they make, especially in cage wrestling. But anyway, looking at some of these prizes they have, I guess they've been around. They have 35 Wrestling Mania. They have the World of Rock. They have the Greatest 100 Wrestling Maniac. They have FC3 Wrestling. Well, who wouldn't love Halloween wrestling? But anyway, let's see. All right, they just told me Hall is getting better. That's good news. Because if he wants to come back into the ring, well, you can't enter the ring if you're sick. So, good. I think he's finally coming down there.
All right, wrestling fans around the corner, around the world. Dan Marati here. I'm sorry we've had so many technical difficulties. I don't know what was going on with the original stream. Then stream 2 didn't work. Then you almost screamed when Quincy showed off that beautiful stomach. What we're going to do is for you folks, if you want to watch along with us on Wrestling Challenge, sign into the WWE Network on Peacock. You're going to go to Season 1. I believe it is Episode 6, the October 11th, 1986 installment of Wrestling Challenge. And what we do is normally go 3, 2, 1, click. We're going to be doing it momentarily. If you are behind, you can always catch up. And we're going to do it, Quincy. We're going to be watching Wrestling Challenge Season 1, Episode 6 from October the 11th, 1986 in 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready for challenge, Quincy?
Just born ready.
Fire them up, baby.
All right. Again, we're finally getting underway.
Hi, guys. Wow, has that been a long half an hour trying to get you ready for challenge? But we got it working. It's been a long day. We had John Cena Sr. here since about... Johnny was here a little before 9 a.m. Let's see, which was... This is the live one, okay. All right, here we have Bobby the Brain Heenan, the greatest manager in the history of professional wrestling. I love that light blue coat that he wore, along with his Hall of Fame partner in crime, Gorilla Monsoon. And there it is, Quincy.
All right, now we finally get it on the way. We're looking at some of the wrestlers that's been around.
Now, the big thing is, Quincy, this Sunday night, we're going to be live with a good friend of Al's, the Berzerker John Nord. We're going to have to send someone over to Green Street to pick you up for the big party.
Maybe.
No, not maybe. Al said we need you. Rick Howard wants to know, was Quincy linked romantically to Heather Locklear in 1995? Were you giving Heather the old salamaga?
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you want to?
I don't even know what that means right now. So,
all right. Big night on Challenge. Intercontinental Champion, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. The deranged Billy Jack Haynes, a man we'd love to have here in the studio. Bret Hitman Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the Hart Foundation. Quincy, what a week on Challenge. Phil DeCesare, how are you? You know what it rhymes with, baby. Quincy was talking about your sign all night, the Killer Bees, B. Brian Blair, Jim Brunzell, Cowboy Bob Orton, who's been here in this studio before, Quincy. You've met him. The Magnificent One, Don Morocco. What a time period this was in 86. Imagine these guys on the roster nowadays, Phil, and other longtime fans. Jamie, I think Hogan's on Jake the Snake's talk show, The Snake Pit. Got Haku and Tom of the Islanders, Quincy. This is a big week on Challenge.
Yeah, a lot of the wrestlers are coming back now, making a huge comeback because of COVID. Good.
Well, now this was only taped in 1986, but
yeah, but everything's been put on hold. But now I'm glad it's all back to normal now.
All right, Billy Jack Haynes, right there, Oregon's finest, Quincy. He's a man that's out of his mind. I'd love to have him here in this studio, but tonight he's going to be challenging the World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Champion, the Macho Man Randy Savage, here on Quincy's Wrestling Challenge.
Yeah.
Who do you think's going to be leaving with the gold tonight, Quincy? The Macho Man or Billy Jack?
I don't know yet. It's still too soon to tell.
Wait a minute.
Just like I said, it's too soon to tell. They haven't even gotten into the ring yet.
They want to know, Quincy, if you were on Melrose Place when you dated Heather Locklear.
No.
Now, what about Pamela Anderson? Did you ever get to know her a little bit?
I don't know. I met so many wrestlers.
Yeah. Don the Baba, welcome, my friend. Chris Leone, how are you? Matt Kocher, I'm just checking in with you, catching up, I should say. Ryan, great to see you guys with us tonight. As you know, this time of year, until it's officially spring and there's no more snow, we got to wait for the 1978 Hondamatch to get back on the road. But it's a special appearance by Quincy. Eleanor was feeling well enough to drop you off. The fans are asking how Eleanor is feeling.
Better, much better, thank you.
All right.
Much better.
Now that she's feeling better and she's able to get around the house, is she keeping the back door unlocked?
Yeah, the back door. Anyway,
Every week?
Getting back to this now. A war is going to start. Well, that's what happens in wrestling. So.
Now, what do you think of Miss Elizabeth Quincy? Do you think she's a beautiful woman?
Yeah.
Would you give her the old Salama gun?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't want to play.
Hey, Eric. Well, we've got a title match to open up Challenge. This was rare. Challenge was usually the B material.
Oh, yeah?
Now, imagine if she showed up on Green Street. Would you let her in? You were talking earlier about wanting a nice girl.
Well, don't we all want something nice in the entertainment business, you know?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where we have to play the game, you know, and have it done the right way.
Oh, really? That's what you do. You play the game.
Well, in other words, I'm hosting Quincy's Wrestling Challenge.
Yeah.
So
would you like a nice girl to keep the back door unlocked?
Yeah, well, we can talk. Well, getting back to this now.
Well, I'll tell you this, fans, what a day it has been. It began, like I said, with John Cena Sr. a little before 9 a.m. We had some MWF meetings about our Back to the 80s event, April the 16th at Memorial Hall in Melrose. There is news in regards to Pigottville that's actually somewhat decent, unexpected. We have more superstar announcements coming your way. If the VIP packages start moving, we're going to have not 8, but 9 featured 80s legends. I know Phil is very excited about that. And we have the Berzerker John Nord with us Sunday Night Live for a Royal Rumble 1992 watch along, which hopefully Quincy will be here for, along with Charlie and Phil. And then the Berzerker and I will be back Monday night as well, perhaps with Phil and other great guests. Now, Rick wants to know, does Quincy's back door work well in the cold weather?
Yeah. Forget the back door.
It's never been one of my points of contention with another male, but you never know.
Why? Why is it?
Jamie, there was a wrestling. Oh, that's right. You're talking about the board game, Jamie, right? That was Wrestling Challenge, or am I thinking of something else?
What board game?
He's talking about Boston wants to know, Quincy, where you get your haircuts.
Right now, I just do it myself a little bit.
Don the barber, he needs you, brother. He needs you.
I'll just do it myself right now,
right.
okay? So, but anyway, getting back to this. One wrestler...
I do remember that, Jamie. Now, who do you think is going to walk away with the title here, Quincy? Two guys in pretty good shape.
There's the Macho Man and what's the other guy's name?
Billy Jack Haynes.
No, I guess Macho Man's pretty catchy.
You like the Macho Man.
But on the other hand, now the other guy's taking a beating.
Billy Jack is putting up a good fight. Double clothesline.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Rick Howard saying it. Chug, 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 chug. Mike, it has been a crazy time for us, brother. If you guys are on the Patreon, I'm going to have another one of those behind-the-scenes podcasts. But like I said, something really unexpected happened today in regards to Memorial Hall, a.k.a. Pigottville. So Quincy is not one of the 9, Chris. I don't know. Quincy, when was probably your biggest decade when it came to being a celebrity?
I don't
the
remember.
90s?
Maybe, yeah.
Well, when you used to go clubbing.
Yeah, I would say maybe it's
the 90s? Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. Anyway.
Even Chris Leone is saying it. Chug. Mike Burkhoff and chug.
I'll take one more chug.
All right. Keep chugging, baby.
One more chug for now.
Folks, you got to remember, even though Quincy was explaining it when there was no sound, we're trying to raise money to get him spare parts for a new, an improved 1978 Hondamatch. Every dollar counts. Quincy was on the phone with who he calls the Pirates today.
Just some real nice people. There's bikes of all all depends on what you want to spend, but get a decent one. I just had a nice little talk with them, so we'll get one at a reasonable price range.
All right.
Right about this time of year, people start thinking about taking their motorcycles out now.
Wait a minute. Don the Barber wants to know, was the back door open in the 90s? But Rick Howard says chug. Mike Burkhoff says chug.
I'll take another chug in a
minute.
minute.
They want a big chug, even though Phil says that's why you have that cough that never goes away.
It went away for a little bit.
What, a day and a half?
No, it's been away for a couple of weeks. Anyway.
Was Quincy wearing the Salmon Stallion shirt in the 90s? Now, where is your Salmon shirt?
I wear a few different colors.
Yeah.
Right now, like I
look
said,
like a janitor tonight. But
I'll go close shopping again later. But anyway.
But you have plenty of nice shirts at home.
I got a few. Anyway.
The big question is, though, Quincy, Sunday night we're having a big live party with the Berzerker. Can you wear the pimp and purple shirt Sunday night?
Probably. I don't know. If I'm here, I don't know.
Well, we're going to make sure you're here for this one. Everybody wants you here for the Berzerker.
The Berzerker?
The Berzerker, John Nord. Macho Man Randy Savage leaves with the Intercontinental Championship as we pay no mind to what's going on. But look at this, Quincy. Kick the referee.
Yeah, I was just kick the referee. Is that allowed?
That's it's grounds for a disqualification if it's intentional.
Well, there's a referee and there's a coach.
Davis.
I've always wondered in events.
That man right there, Quincy, he's going to be with us on Saturday night, April the 16th.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what do you think of that? Oh, look at the Babas.
Who has the final call? I've always wondered, referee or the coach?
The referee has the final decision.
Okay. But that referee's going to be over here? Good.
Quincy, Chris Steves, our good friend up in Canada, wants to know if you can imitate the Berzerker. He kind of goes with his hand. He goes, huss, huss, huss.
Is that it?
Just
huss, like, huss, huss.
And now chug. It's almost like having a wind-up toy. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat fired up. He wants a shot at that Intercontinental Championship gold. He faced Randy Savage right here at the Boston Garden in October and November of 1986. Phil, are we going to see you at least on Sunday? Now that we know you're in the room? Matt Koch, you're in for something like you've never seen before, buddy. Quincy and Nord, I would pay to see. Quincy, would you share your milk with John Nord?
Who?
The Berzerker? If he wanted a little?
I suppose, but I remind you, I drink out of the bottle.
Now, this Cowboy Bob Orton and Don Morocco. Again, the Cowboy, Quincy, you've met him. He's worked shows for us at Memorial Hall. He's been right here in this studio.
Oh, yeah?
Ryan Hilden says, what does Quincy want?
Head. Head.
Oh, wow. We might get a triple header with Phil DeCesare this week. Now, this angle right now we're watching on TV, folks, this is one of the first angles I remember as a kid when I started watching wrestling. So this is a great memory for me to be watching this right now. Orndorff turning on Hogan, and this angle on the Piper's Pit really stood out to me even now as some of my earliest wrestling memories.
When wrestling maybe first started coming out, I guess.
Well, when I first started watching it as a kid. Now, imagine if the Chastains tried to do this to you. Gang up on you. On Restani's Pit.
All right. Don't even mention Chastains. They make me sick. But anyway, they're getting hit over the head with a chair here, I guess.
Hitting them on the leg.
Ooh, that's going to hurt.
Imagine if they did that to me, how much pain I'd be in with my CRPS, Quincy. I wouldn't be able to walk.
Well, again, as I mentioned to the crowd before, and I'll say it again, these are professionally trained athletes. They're trained to do something like basically kick the shit out of each other or beat the shit out of each other.
This is what I could see you doing right here.
With chairs. There's many different wrestling moves. Now, if you're not careful, here's what happens. They walk around with a crutch.
He came back after he got hit with that chair in the leg, and now he's got a bat, Quincy. This is what you could do to the Chastains house.
Don't mention them again. Look at that. Is that a good move or what?
I could see you doing that.
Look at that. This is fun.
This is wrestling.
Now look at that. He's tearing apart the whole flower display. Oh!
Would you do that to the fans are asking, would Quincy do that to the Chastain's house?
No, I'd only get in trouble. It's illegal. I'd have is that a good wrestling move or what? Look at this. Oh, he broke the bat.
Do you have a bat like that at home?
No. You have to be licensed to go beat somebody up.
There's my buddy Cowboy Bob.
But was that a good wrestling move or what?
That was I remember that from when I was 5 years old when I started watching this, Quincy.
Yeah, well,
Phil DeCesare's bringing the heat this weekend. We already got the sign for him.
I guess wrestling, they make a lot of different moves that we don't know about.
Yeah, a lot of scenarios where they fight in different ways.
Well, that's what wrestling is. Yeah, they're always coming up with something.
Yeah. Now, Quincy, the fans want to know, did you have anything to do with the disappearance of John Cena Sr.'s green soda pop?
No.
You were eyeing it, and it went missing.
Well, I did not take a soda pop bottle.
But you know how to chug.
Milk, but...
Rick, Quincy, I'm sure, would sing you a song if you'd be kind enough to super chat towards the 78 Hondamatch.
If I know the song.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Now, Phil is saying if you need a ride, Quincy, he'll pick you up. What a good guy. I think he comes through 93, so that's probably the easiest of everybody.
Well, okay.
The thing is, though, John Naughty likes chocolate Frosties from Wendy's. Do you like Frosties?
Once in a while.
Yeah. Is that how you got that little pouch?
Don't have a pouch.
You don't think that's a little pouch?
It's not a pouch.
Looks like you got a fanny pack on under there.
I don't have a fanny pack. Anyway.
All right, what's coming up next on Challenge, Quincy? Big night. We already saw
looks like it from the size of that crowd.
Got Kenny Resnick handling the interviews backstage. Fans, I'm telling you, you are in for a treat. I'm going to try and see if I can find the link for you. I was not expecting the technical difficulties we had, but we work on the fly here in the MWF. John C. Manicus Riley could not be with us tonight. Charlie is with his good friend Harvey. I don't know. 20, what the hell is Sunday's date? The 20th. And they're right there, Quincy. You actually know the man under the mask on the right-hand side. Bill Eadie Demolition Axe. You two took part in one of our Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks toy drive videos together. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Maybe if you saw him without the mask, you'd remember.
Let me just walk down memory lane.
You miss him too.
Yeah.
He loved you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put the link up, fans. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate the compliment, brother. I'm sure you subscribe to enjoy over 2,000 free videos.
I guess they're saying something right now. They're yakking it up now, doing something. That is half the fun when they open up. They start yakking it up, and then.
All right, I just put that link up, fans. For the Berzerker event this weekend, it's going to be Sunday night and Monday night. We have Berzerker 8x10s and then a special 11x14 poster we had designed. All right, Dano, you doing an Elimination Chamber watch along? Matt, I am going to try, as long as I have another body here to try and at least help me turn the equipment on. Phil said he'd co-host, but I still need a little technical help. CKTV says Quincy is a legend.
Oh, thank you.
Claire, I'm going to butcher this. I'm sorry if I do. Carrion cough here in Ireland. Did I say that right? I know my buddy Finn Balor, Fergal Devitt, used to say some English words and with his Irish accent that were over my head. When the weather gets better, I'd like to take Quincy to the Stone Zoo, Phil said.
I don't have time to go to the zoo.
No, I think they might keep you if you went to the zoo.
No, I'm not going to go to the zoo. No.
You've never...
when I was a kid, yeah, but not now.
You never masturbated at the
That's
zoo.
it. Anyway, getting back to this.
Whoa.
Getting back to
this. Wait a minute. Rick Howard said Quincy Mania. Quincy Mania is running wild, baby. Everybody loves him.
Well, thank you.
Here we are, the Killer Bees, B. Brian Blair, Jim Brunzell. If poor Brian Blair ever knew why his ass would become such a topic of conversation in this studio, 18 years later, in the interview we did with the Iron Sheik that wound up on the Howard Stern show, who are the Bees working with, Quincy? Who do we got? Did I see Barry O?
Yeah, who are they working with?
Looks like Barry.
Is this going to be a double-double?
David Chand, I believe Quincy is going to have the purple shirt Sunday night when the Berzerker John Nord is here. Barry O is actually the brother of Cowboy Bob Orton, the man that had the cowboy hat on a few minutes ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Hey, Dan, do you think this Stone Cold match? Yes, I do. I was told, Ryan, and I discussed it on one of the talk shows, that a good, important, high up the food chain friend in WWE told me they were working on something big for Austin. And I don't know if it was Cena's show or the Oscar talk show, but we were trying to come up with what that concept might be. Guest referee, host, a skit. I honestly had no idea it was going to be wrestling. I'm very pleasantly surprised by it, as long as Steve is 100% and isn't at any more risk than he would normally be at injuring himself. But it appears he's had a ring in home for quite a while. This Barry O accused WWE of sexually harassing him, Quincy.
Sexually harassing? How can you possibly sexually harass someone in the wrestling business?
They asked him to give up his ass, according to him, and give a little fellatio.
They're always saying that in the wrestling ring, aren't they?
They do?
Maybe they just do that to intimidate each other to get the crowds going.
What wrestling are you watching? Drink some of your milk, for Christ's sakes, as you say. I think, yes, Barry O did pass away, which is a shame. I got to know the Orton, not only Bob have we known from having here in Boston wrestling MWF events, but I got to know the rest of the family as they all live in Vegas. And the dad used to go to the Cauliflower Alley Club reunion every year. And one year we sat with him and Ox Baker and Bob and Barry's sister, Rhonda, who actually dated Andre the Giant. Trivia fact. Trivia note, maybe. But, yeah, too bad about Barry O. He had kind of a tough life.
Well, the thing about I'll say this again. What I learned about some of these wrestlers, some of them went for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
One had the happiest moment of their lives.
Beautiful drop kick from Jim Brunzell, Quincy. That could be it. Stick a fork in Barrio and whoever the hell he teamed with. Big win for the Killer Bees.
Yeah.
The man the Iron Sheik wanted to make humble. Could Quincy hang with Lanny Poffo? I've never seen him do anything like that. Let's see, where else am I catching up? I'm really excited about Cody Rhodes. I think he'll freshen up the WWE main event scene once he debuts. I hope the wife stays far away. Friday night, tomorrow night, John Cena Sr. and I have a great episode that we taped this morning about it. Is there enough room on the bottom of the custom print so that Nord can sign the autograph on black? As opposed, you want him to autograph, you mean the back of the photo, Chris? Or you want him to sign it in a black marker? I'm confused. Paulie Fields, hey Dan, what is your favorite Battle Royal Rumble? I love the ones with the 8th wonder of the world. I'd have to say I'm a huge fan of Royal Rumble 1992 when it comes to the Rumbles, which we're going to be watching on Sunday night with the Berzerker himself.
That's going to be like, was I got to like that? I guess I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on the Battle of...
You like the Battle Royals?
Yeah. Well, I gotta have to say, I gotta compliment the wrestlers on the way it happens. Because like one wrestler, I guess, goes on the bottom.
On the floor, yeah.
It's gonna be like maybe 13 to 14 wrestlers going in the ring. One sits on the bottom, and all the wrestlers sits on the on top of the wrestlers on this guy at the bottom for about 1 minute, my guess. And then, like on a timing basis, the wrestler stands up, and all the wrestlers get flung all over the ring. Now, was that fun to watch?
Do you think Pagan should be in the Battle Royal?
I don't know.
Maybe. All right.
You know, but that's, to me, that looks like a lot of fun to watch.
Mike, we're hoping to have people back here in this studio very soon. I know we received some emails about it, but not only do we have studio rules and regulations we have to deal with, as we don't own this building, we have to worry about city variances. I know even Quincy had some issues going to Shaw's today, having to wear a mask.
Well, that's, again, we're trying to put the COVID behind us.
All right. The woman named Sharon that works there offered to show you her panties.
No one said nothing. I just went over, got our stuff now, and that's it. Now,
correct, Paul. Coco Quincy would not know Lanny Poffo.
Coco
is, we had tag team action right here. Mario Mancini, a native of Connecticut.
Who's Coco?
Wait, hold on one second. One of the fans.
Oh.
Oh, Nick Knitsky, the son of former NWA World Champion Gene Knitsky. Taking on the Hart Foundation, referee Danny Davis. That referee, Quincy, will be with us on April 16th at Memorial Hall. I'm sorry, April 16th at Memorial Hall. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
And the ring announcer, the African-American gentleman, was part of the Cream Team.
The Cream Team?
The Cream Team.
All right, I'm curious. What's the Cream Team?
Well, they used to, they were involved in a lot of fellatio.
Well, what is that?
He used to, for whatever reason, he used to like to play with boys' feet. He was kind of a pervert. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, maybe we better leave it alone. Yeah.
Well, Bret Hart opening up here with Nick Knitsky here on Quincy's Wrestling Challenge. Again, fans, the Super Chat button is open. We're trying to get Quincy some spare parts for the Hondamatch. 1978. He tries to redo it every winter, which I think is nuts, but that's part of the charm. That is Quincy.
Oh, look at this guy. He got knocked out. Oh, look at that. The way they both got up. Is that good? Look at this. Oh.
Sunset flip right there, Quincy.
Is that fun to watch or what now? It's like, but again, that's done with a lot of timing.
Coco, I don't know if Quincy would understand what was going on if he saw Lanny in action. But that's a different story for a different time, as we like to say. Hart Foundation would go on to win the WWF Tag Team Championship in just a few short months after this match here on Challenge.
Look at this. Somewhere along the line, I guess they're going to get thrown out of the ring. They always do that, at least one or two.
At least once.
At least, yeah, because the fans like it.
Raleigh, how are you, my friend? Haven't seen you in a bit. Hope all is well. If anyone sees Lisa V in the chat, can you try and point her out to me, please? Even though I should be able to figure that out myself. But thank you for laughing, Quincy. I'd love to see you try and operate this. You're just a host.
Operate what?
All of the computer stuff, that computer, the two computers in there, the microphones. Can Quincy say it's a little known fact?
It's a known fact on what?
A little known fact.
A little known fact?
A little known fact.
A little known fact. Whatever he's talking about. What?
We might have to type it up for him. Hopefully that was close enough username. Hey, Dan, what are your thoughts on why Jimmy and Ronnie Garvin were not given a tag title push in WND? Paul, you know what, Ronnie Garvin, I think they kind of soured on him after the aborted world championship run that he had. Then he left for WWF in, I think, early 88. He wasn't around much longer after that. They were okay. They were all right. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin was all right. Ronnie was really stiff, if you like that kind of wrestling, but not a lot of pizzazz, so to speak. He didn't have much of a WWF run. Tom, we're just at the conclusion of the Hart Foundation tag team match, where they hit their finisher on Connecticut native Mario Mancini for the 1, 2, and 3, getting the Hart Foundation ready for their tag team championship run. We got to get you a megaphone like that, Quincy. Imagine how loud you'd be with the megaphone.
Yeah. Well, that way I can get the product out.
Yeah.
It's head.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, this is one of your favorite parts of Challenge, Quincy. Jake, this asshole was supposed to be with us on April 16th, and he backed out. But we got an American hero coming in to take his place.
Well, he probably had something going on.
No, he's an asshole.
Why?
Because he's just backed out of his agreement.
Well, I bet I can enter that. Now, I don't want to get on the wrestler's bad side. So
you don't want him to put the snake on you.
I don't want to go down to any wrestler's bad side. So,
Rick, that is affirmative, correct. Unfortunately, yes. Took the cash, didn't do the work. There's the Hulkster, though, Quincy. Look at how good Hulk Hogan's looking right there.
Yeah, he's been in a few different things that I recognize him in.
Raleigh, there is. I'm gonna put the link up again for the Berzerker Cyber signings on Sunday and Monday. We have 8x10s, and in the nice exclusive print we have that you can get nowhere else, we have 11x14 poster size, which is similar to the size behind here. Oh, wait a minute, Quincy. You got to do it. Mike Burke Coffin just wrote, chug, 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 chug. Chug it, baby. Finish it off, the whole bottle.
A little at a time.
Phil's going to have a stroke watching this. He thinks that's the reason why you have the cough.
No, I don't have the cough.
Coco John, I don't think has been involved in the car business for a while. Actually, you know what? No. He told me on the phone the other night the Nord car dealership isn't in business. But if you watch maybe episode 3 or 4, we have one of the commercials he did for the Nord family car dealership, which was kind of funny. All right, Quincy, we got another big tag team match here.
I was going to say now, another tag team is happening. Let's see what we have here.
Look at that. He will be joining us on Saturday night, April the 16th at Memorial Hall. Tito Santana, along with the late Pedro Morales, triple crown winner when those championship belts meant something. Oh, thank you, Raleigh. You know what? I think we have to try and get a Quincy 8x10 photos made up. Ken Glover. Who's Ken Glover teaming up with Quincy?
Well, no, soon enough.
Steve Lombardi, a man that is very close with the Cream Team.
The Cream Team?
The Cream Team. Now, if they offered you money for a bike, Quincy, would you hang out with the Cream Team?
What exactly do we have to do?
Well, they like milk of a different kind.
I don't know.
It's kind of some shady characters. Steve Lombardi opening up with Tito Santana. I can't wait for you guys to be able to meet Tito Santana. Tito is going to be taping episodes of Wrestling Insiders right here in this very studio that weekend. Rick Howard, thank you very much for your help, sir. Are you guys Irish? I am a 0.25% Irish. Are you Irish at all, Quincy?
I don't think so.
I'm sorry, Chris Steves. I mean, at the bottom of the 11x14, is there enough room for the autograph at the bottom of the photo so that it does not? You know, I have to take a look. I don't remember off the top of my head, Chris. This is a good question to know. Oh yeah. Especially on the 11x14. Those, like I said, those are the size of those posters behind us. And you can inscribe it any way you like. Quincy will be mailing it out next time he's with us in studio, as he always likes to help anything to do with Uncle Al out. And his new friend, the Berzerker, John Nord.
Well, it's important to get these packages out.
Yeah.
So I try to get them out on the double.
On the double.
Because when I pick up on these packages mailed out to many different places.
Yeah,
so
all over the world.
So I try to set the packages out. Well, give me the fastest, thing you have. And usually these packages are sent out and they arrive in a day, two at the most.
Now look at what they're saying here, Quincy. They're saying they want you in the Berzerker to run for president and vice president in 2024. Would you consider running?
Yeah, but politics is a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, yes, it is.
It's not all fun and games. It's not like the wrestling department that you can go in there and dance around, do whatever. Politics, you have to promise what you, if you promise something, you have to keep that promise.
Now, do you think that the story where, there's a lot of scandal in politics, the story about you, Al Snow, and Deborah McMichael from Kowloon might come out?
There's no scandal.
Well, that's debatable. Big win for Tito Santana and Pedro Morales. Pedro getting the W over Ken Glover. I think this was one of those times when they didn't have much for Tito to do, and Pedro was pretty much on his way out, becoming an agent early on. Hey, Tom Hood, how are you, my friend? If I didn't greet you, Brian, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Chris, I'm glad you like it. We're going to have some more designs like that, hopefully somewhat similar of all the 80s guys we have coming in April. But maybe we need Quincy 8x10s. Would you like to have an 8x10 made up?
Well, when we can afford it, we will, but not right now.
All right.
Everything costs money.
Yeah. All right, Quincy, right here we have Moondog Rex taking on Tama of the Islanders, the former Tama Kid, the twin brother of Rikishi. Believe it or not. I never realized that until not too long ago. Hey, Dean, you know what? I don't know if I told you guys on this show. I know we do so many shows. Marty was in the ER this week. So send some positive thoughts to Marty.
What happened?
I still don't completely understand. His text messages can be kind of all over the place, but Marty and I are still discussing him being with us right here in studio in March. If you guys can help.
In the ER?
Marty Jannetty, the guy that you shared French fries and a Coke with.
What happened?
I'm not 100% sure. I couldn't understand his text.
Well,
he wanted you to say a prayer for him.
All right. So all the wrestlers.
No, Marty Jannetty.
Marty Jannetty. I only got word just now that you're in the ER. Well, I hope you get out of the ER quickly, but you're going to have to, just like anyone, you've had to follow all medical directions in order to recover. Now, I don't know what happened.
I think it had something to do with his spine.
In the back?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, not COVID or anything like that. He's already home.
Oh, and then
he's recovering like Eleanor.
It's bed rest more than anything. If they already sent you home, they probably took an X-ray of the spine, and say, well, take a couple of weeks and rest. Because if you injure the back, it hurts.
I'm thinking, Quincy, where these fans are asking for it, maybe we should get like a limited edition of 10 Quincy 8x10 photos.
Yeah, but can the department afford that?
Well, what we'll do is we'll sell them, and then we'll take out the cost of the photo, and then you can put the rest towards the bike.
All right. Well,
But we got to take a nice promo photo of you, though.
how does Al feel about this?
Al would agree, I'm sure.
All right. Well, then, why don't they make sure I get to be dressed with one of my very best?
Maybe when you wear the pimpin' purple shirt.
I could do that, or I
Sunday
could,
night. Dr. Quincy Medicine Man.
so that, or I put on a jacket. I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, special arrangements can be made, and that way I can wear a couple of real nice. After all, everyone's gonna be looking at it.
Everybody has suggestions. Chris, would you rather have an individual photo of Quincy, or would you rather have a photo of Al and Quincy together?
Oh,
We have a nice one of Quincy in his tuxedo with Al at one of our live events when you managed him, when you were Snow Stani together.
well, you're gonna be snow style together, Rob.
Julian, thank you, my friend. Would you ever get Lombardi on and ask him how he got his push from the back? I don't know if I'd exactly word it like that, but believe me, if we were going to go to the expense of having Steve Lombardi come in, we'd have an honest interview with him. It's awkward to ask those types of questions sometimes, believe me.
We are
But
gonna
if
be.
you guys, especially on the Patreon, if you've ever seen some of the questions that I've asked out of the nature of the beast, I take great pride in my craft.
Like I said, I have a script, very simple but very important script written out. And when he comes back, I'll get word that in advance that he's coming back, and that way,
Cool, Uncle Al.
yeah,
All
when he's coming back, and that way we will set a time, go out and get this done, because we got some very important viewers that heard all about this. Like, yeah, well, you just tell me when he's coming back, and that way we will go to bed, rest up, get up early, and then Al's going to get on the plane. I'll wait for Al's plane to arrive, and we are going to get together and do this. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I think it's going to be a very good video.
What do you think of King Curtis's forehead, Quincy?
He likes it. Otherwise, he wouldn't have
He got
it, right?
a lot of color over the years.
Yeah, but that.
What do you think of Seeker with the beard? He looks like a wild man.
Well, first of all, he shaved his head, but then the hair grows back, right?
For King Curtis?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was bald at that point or not.
Well, come on, any good wrestler, I would think he did that intentionally because he wants that look.
He got the color.
Well, he got no, but
Have
his
you
hair,
ever tried to get any color?
not yet.
No. You're gonna? Oh, really? You're gonna?
Probably sometime later. But
Look at Seeker. He looks like a wild man.
his hair is going to grow back. The wrestler likes that look, so he did that. But again, these are two very angry-looking wrestlers.
As a kid, I was scared of them.
Well, who wouldn't be scared of the wrestlers?
Well, I was. Let me try and catch up on some.
How old were you back then?
When these guys were around, I was 5. I was almost 6. No, in October, I would have been 6. Al Snow is a lucky guy. Hey, Dan and Quincy, what are all your thoughts on why Hercules Hernandez was not given an Intercontinental title run early on in the WWF? I don't think Hercules was Intercontinental title material, to be honest.
Look at this. Ooh. He's just waiting to go into the ring. And
Raleigh, you want a couple of variants of these Quincy 8x10 photos. Wow. Dan is a gentleman, but he would ask it in a tactful way. Although I've heard Lombardi always denies being gay. Well, you know what? You can deny any kind of label, but, certain actions and activity.
I guess it sounds like Melrose TV is going to, someone's going to come down here with a camera and do these things.
Quincy bleeds red. He bleeds a red milk cap, baby. Chug. Come on, light it up, baby. Chug. It's challenge. It's Thursday night. This spring, we're going to be back every Thursday night live with Quincy. We just got to get that bike back on the road again, folks. As we wind down this week's episodes, your super chats help. We thank you, Julian, and I think it was Rick. Marty's going to need a booking to come over to Ireland, CKTV. He's not coming for free. Mike, definitely. Once life becomes a little bit more normal again, we want to have folks down here. John Cena Sr. is big on the idea of having lunches with the stars sometimes, or dinners or things like that. Dan is the man, but Quincy steals the show. What an episode, Quincy. What did you think?
Well, that was action-packed tonight, as usual, the way it should be. Because fans love action-packed shows like this. Look at that. Look at the way this thing concludes. Wrestlers are just getting thrown all over the place. They're doing like...
Well, another big week of challenge, folks.
Jumps. They're like, they're just...
You saw everything.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give challenge, Quincy, this week?
Give it a 10.
A 10, really? All right. I would
Despite
give challenge...
Despite the fact we had some problems, but the moves made up for it.
But yeah, you're right about that, Tom. A lot of enhancement work. Mike Burkhoffen wants a Quincy photo, but Fox Guy's asking, Quincy, why do you have black tape on your fingers?
Because I cut it.
All of them?
I had a bit of a problem, and so I just wrapped it up.
What were you trying to do? Commit suicide?
I don't know. I was doing something up, so I wrapped it up with napkins and electrical tape.
All right, that's next week's episode, so we won't comment on that, Quincy. All right, folks, we'll give it 2 minutes. Again, we thank you for joining us. Again, a super chat to help Quincy with the bike would be tremendous. Hey, Dan, how would call a Sid versus John Heidenreich? That would be pretty bad, Paul.
And again, as usual, drive home carefully.
Well, they're already at home.
Well, for those who need to drive home, I do that to every show because that's what a good host would say.
All right.
Thank you for watching and drive home carefully. Yep. And we hope to see you again very soon on Quincy's Wrestling Challenge.
Well, we don't know. We're going to see you Sunday night, but that's not for Quincy's challenge. That's the big party with the Berzerker. Phil's going to get you. But we're not sure when we're going to see you on Thursday again. Next time the weather's nice on a Thursday, I guess.
Well, don't forget.
Well, let's take a look. What's the weather look like next Thursday?
You got to remember, bikes, like anything, just like any vehicle, they have to be registered. They have to be like, because you can't break the law, okay? You have to get the paperwork together. You have to
wait a minute. Fox Guy asked, did you slip in the shower? Is that how you cut yourself?
No.
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 Again, Rick Howard, the man, speaking of the devil, we won't even comment on next week's show. Josiah, yes. Oh, thank you, Josiah. I missed your first message. Thank you for commenting. We're glad that you join us. Chime in anytime. You don't have to if you don't feel comfortable, but you're more than welcome to. John Nord will be here doing live cyber signings and watch-alongs this Sunday night at 6 and Monday night, I believe, at 7. I don't know if we're going to watch Raw or not on Monday or Royal Rumble 93, to be announced, but I know Sunday night we're going to do Royal Rumble 92, which is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, you're right about that, Phil. Usually you do the send-off, but on a live stream like this, Quincy, take it home, baby.
Well, what I'm looking at right now is this guy.
That's next week's show, so we won't
all right, I don't want to give it away then.
But no, we got to say good evening to the fans at home.
Oh, all right, good evening to the fans at home. Tonight, we hope you've enjoyed this episode of Quincy's Wrestling Challenge. In spite we had some technical problems, I think we put on a good show.
Yep.
I hope you enjoyed the show. My partner here hopes you enjoyed the show.
Yeah, definitely. It's been another nice 12-hour day.
But now, unfortunately, the night's over. But I think we're going to go home now and then get ready for the next show.
Oh, wait a minute. Before we go, though, Quincy, one more quick question. Does Quincy like women with big behinds? My aunt thinks he's cute. Do you like a nice big ass, Quincy, or what?
I got to answer a lot.
You like looking at? Do you like the big booties?
Yeah. So
well, wait a minute.
You can't say no.
Why? Why couldn't you say no? You could say you like a nice little tight one.
All right. Let's just say all sizes. Okay.
What about Deborah McMichaels?
Yes. Let's just say
you like Deborah McMichaels.
If I start playing favorites right now, there'd only be problems, and I don't want to make problems.
All right, we definitely don't want that.
Okay, because
Rick Howard says, let's bring Quincy to the Golden Banana. Have you ever been to the Banana,
no,
Quincy?
I haven't been to the.
You go to the strip clubs in Rhode Island.
No, I haven't.
Oh, yes,
That's
you
just
have. Yes, you have.
Let's not even get into that. Let's
Folks,
just
have you ever seen a man drink milk at a strip club? This
just
one
stick to the
has.
wrestling, all
You were
right?
talking to some whore and drinking milk.
Let's just stick with the wrestling.
Now, did she have out her babas?
I don't know.
You were sitting there drinking milk with her.
Let's conclude with a nice night here with the wrestling. And
all right, you are right, Big. Hey, how are you, buddy? Stingers, hello. You guys are tuning in late. Quincy Mania is running wild, like Rick Howard said, whores and milk.
I don't know if you want to call it that.
Would you get a T-shirt that says that?
No.
Quincy Restani, whores and milk.
No.
All right. All right, fans, I'll help wrap it up. It has been an enjoyable night, Quincy. I have to go turn things off in the other room. So you know what? Why don't you point to the sign again while I go wrap things up? All
right. One more time, by request, welcome back, Hall. And we hope you're having a very fast recovery. And as a result, the crowds miss you. We hope you're back here again soon. But just like a wrestler, but you have to follow all medical procedures in order to recover. So welcome back, Hall, and any other injured wrestler that was brought to my attention. Was it the spine and anything else? So again, we hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of the Quincy's Wrestling Challenge. And now it's time to wrap it up. So good night. Thank you. It is to show up now as we wind down for tonight. Are we off the air? Are we still on? We're still on. Okay, but the lights are starting to dim. Thank you. So the show is concluded for tonight. Good night, Hall. And we hope that you have a fast recovery. So thank you and have a good night.